The reason I cover videos like this is to constantly show you the repetition and pattern. I know I say it all the time, but over the years, obviously, I've shown on my channels the constant talking about cannibalism, about bloodlust, all these types of things which are coming to fruition, because all these things that are happening are tying together. Now, before I show you this, I obviously am very aware, well, maybe not, of what's actually in these temptation things. But I'm aware that people are going to see it. They don't, most of the time people don't even listen to what I say in my videos. And it's a lot of people in the ZQ PR community. I forget the abbreviation. And that's because the mind of these people doesn't exist. They hear what they want to hear. And most of them should be in asylums. But in this situation here, this is just another pushing of witchcraft, pushing of cannibalism, of course joking around about it, although in reality, I wonder what really are in these temptation cat treats, because from everything I've seen and heard, it's like giving your cat crack. That's how obsessive they are with what's in it. But, of course, why wouldn't they come out with the flavor of humans, right? Because it's cute, and it's just real funny, and it's all right there. And again, people will say, I think it's actually human meat, and they're trying to feed the cats this tasty human, and it's funny for Halloween, because that's how these people operate. But the more this becomes normalized, trust me, I said it years ago, cannibalism is going to become normalized because they're going to push cannibalism. One, we're going to have a shortage of food, and two, I guarantee you, all they have to do is come out and tell you, one, it can cure cancer or cure something, and two, it'll be beneficial for your youth and your health, because that's what we've heard over and over. So here's the commercial for this wonderful, cute little joke about cats and tasty humans.
I read that if our cats were bigger, they'd try to eat us. So this Halloween, I'm gonna keep him satisfied with these.
Treat your cat to Temptation's tasty human before they treat themselves to you.
So again, I'm covering this because of the repetition and the pattern. So many shows over the years, from Santa Clarita Diet all the way down, have normalized witchcraft, cannibalism, and the things that these people have done for centuries, and centuries. Now we live in this dumb time period because they've created a matrix around it that, with laughter, with Disney, and with all this type of mind control, people actually don't think witches exist. The ones who come out and admit they exist are like, well, we don't do that stuff. This is why witches were run out. They were run out, and all these things were done. Not because Christians were bored and were like, they're witches. Because of the stuff they were doing involving rituals, that involve animals, and involve kids. They have created expressions to deflect, like witch hunt. And now we're in a world where these people have full control and full power. And all people like me can do is try to point it out and make you aware. Especially around this time period where witches are glorified everywhere you look. There's going to be, I'm a witch. Oh, witches are so cool. Put witches in your yard, right? Utter insanity, inversion, and the upside down that we're living in. But this is tasty human temptation cat treats. And again, I'm not, I get it, right? When somebody's like, well, that's just crazy. Someone who's asleep and they hear that. No, I'm not saying that that's what's in it or not what's in it. Okay? Because the odds are it probably is. I mean, if you only knew what was in McDonald's and what was in your sodas and things like that, and what happens to all those aborted, if you only knew, but you don't want to believe. So you don't have to. But this is the normalization of these types of things, and I get it. I always get heat for stuff like this because people are like, he thinks that that's what's happening. I've proven over the years that this is what they're doing. They are normalizing occult practices. That's what they're doing. They use humor, they deflect, they keep pushing it, people become desensitized, and then it becomes norms. We've been talking about it on this channel for a long time. Other channels have talked about it. Look at transhumanism and what it's about to become. Look at man and technology, what it's about to become. 20 years ago, oh, no way people will put something in their body. Magic potion. Oh, no way people would, 2 years ago, no way that people would lose their jobs over not taking it. It just continues on and continues on and continues on. But here's some predictive programming with, of course, the craft.
There was a black chapter in history when cats were condemned, persecuted. A dark age when the world was haunted by strange fears and superstitions. It was believed that evil spirits traveled the earth in human form, and thousands of innocent people were hanged or burned at the stake for witchcraft or sorcery. They were condemned by the words of the ignorant and the superstitious. I idle gossip growing into wild rumors, spreading through towns and villages, twisting and turning into fantastic and monstrous tales. It was commonly believed that storms were caused by people who possessed supernatural powers, and anyone who dared travel by night could be accused of black magic and blamed for any sickness or death in the community, for night was the time of evil spirits. Since the cat was by nature a creature of the night, he too aroused suspicion. Many believed that his silent and mysterious ways were the ways of evil spirits, and that his steady, soul-piercing gaze must be the look of the devil.
It was the evil eye, I tell you. I could feel his black spell creeping over me, and all at once he turned into a terrible demon and came flying at me, screaming like the voice of doom. He's not a cat, he's a devil.
Through no fault of his own, the cat, which had once been worshipped as a god, was condemned as a devil and blamed for the evils of the world. Hundreds of witch hunters set out to destroy these witches and demons wearing the form of a cat.
There's one up in the tree. Get him. Hey, there he goes.
You are all hereby found guilty of the crime of witchcraft. I sentence you hags to be burned at the stake until you are deemed fit to re-enter society.
If they're really witches, why don't they use their powers to escape?
That sounds like witch talk to me, Lisa.
Never mind.
There is still a witch among us. I accuse Goody Badwife.
We killed her on Sunday.
Well, there must be someone here we can accuse.
Lisa Simpson.
Bart, quit it! She put a spell on me.
She's the witch.
Yeah.
She's the witch.
I was just about to accuse her.
This is crazy. I'm not a witch.
Help! Doesn't the Bible say, judge not lest ye be judged?
The Bible says a lot of things. Shove her.
Negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
That's correct. A girl answered a math problem. You know what that means. A witch!
Brother Lowell, would you present the evidence, arguments, and proofs of the case for the Commonwealth?
Some gentlemen have asked to speak on what they perceive to be a witch pursuit thing.
You don't have to worry about us going around snatching children. Only the other witch does that.
Isn't it fun that there might be witches among us? So the Puritans were not very scientific. You would have to, pee into a cup, and it was like, you're a witch because you're criticizing us. And so Sheriff George Corwin came in and was like, if you're accused of being a witch...
Being a famous movie star entitled me to top-notch medical care not available to the rest of society. My body was immediately taken to a Hollywood hospital, where I was hooked up to a 17-year-old ingenue. And in accordance with Hollywood law, her life force was infused into me, bringing me back from the dead. Smithers, I'm back in the pink, full of pith and vinegar. Astral Markham, sir. You know, it's funny, Smithers. I tried every tincture and poultice and tonic and patent medicine there is. And all I really needed was the blood of a young boy.
I do like the way that I feel. I have endless energy and I sleep 2 hours a night and I get so much done.
You eat people.
I know. It's just that I'm so much more confident. I can parallel park
Bryce. Guys. Actually, we've met. Oh, hey, Donald. It's Jared now. So, Kevin, Bryce is very discreet. Keep going. This is great. Is Bryce your assistant? No, of course not. It's my transfusion associate. Which is, are you really not familiar with parabiosis? Can't say that I am. Well, the science is actually pretty fascinating. Regular transfusions of the blood of a younger, physically fit donor can significantly retard the aging process. And Bryce is a picture of health. Look at him. Oh, Sherry. When the blood dries, my skin's supposed to be tight as a drum. Just look at this waddle. His blood's not for.
So that was The Craft, and of course, that youthful, lovely thing that even Creepy Joe likes to talk about. But I guess that's all just there to troll everyone in the world, like me and you, who actually, believe this stuff. And history obviously shows it with blood libels and all these other things that have occurred, and certain people who run out of certain countries over and over and over, who have now settled and taken full control, and nobody cares and nobody says boo, and they just want to come after people like you and me, and that's what we're going to endure. Because this is the way it's written. We're going to endure. We're going to be persecuted, and it's stressful, I guess. I mean, it's hard waking people up. I try to do it every day, and just think of where I'm coming from the standpoint of, people are like, well, at least you have an audience. And I have to waste my time with new channels, with fighting this stuff, with ridiculous arguments that are made against me, with people trying to get my address to come to my home. I've had people just insane type of things. Where it's just like, relax. People can have a difference of opinion. If this is all cuckoo talk, then let it be. But they don't. They like to think that this is all crazy. They love Halloween. Don't make fun of Halloween. It really hurts their feelings because it's so special to them. And now we have, things like this. Temptation, Tasty Human. Well, guess what? I bet in 5 years, there'll be something like this on your shelf called Tasty Human. But it won't be in the cat shelf or the cat aisle. It'll be right next to, there won't be chicken anymore, so it'll be next to your soy burger option. So you could have soy or you could have Tasty Human. That's the way it's headed. Don't think so? Go back, watch some of my older videos, or watch other channels who have been around just as long, if not longer, talking about this stuff, the normalization of it. So, it's a funny little joke, Tasty Human. The witches don't exist. The occult's not real. It's only on Time magazine many moons ago. Yeah, celebrities only come out and tell you that they're witches. Yeah, don't worry about it. Utter joke, folks. So, Tasty Human Temptations. Yeah, that's exactly what people want to get their cat, but they will. And then they'll do videos on me and say, Cole thinks it's a real Tasty Human. It probably, likely, has some type of fetal part in it. Let's be real. Majority of the things that they feed, everyone does. So, welcome to the New World Order, folks. We've allowed the occult to take over the world. All we can do is pray and try to make people aware. But the insane asylum is now in control. I thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you greatly. Hopefully you check out the website at callfornuprising.com. And thank you to the patrons again, because you keeps me going here on YouTube. So I appreciate it. God bless all of you and your families.